While eating, the nanny noticed the woman throwing away shrimp shells. She reminded her that shrimp shells contain calcium. Since she's pregnant and needs nutrition, throwing them away is such a waste. So the woman handed the plate of shrimp shells to the nanny and told her, since they're so nutritious and full of calcium, you can have them. Enjoy. That made the nanny's face turn sour immediately. Her husband quickly stepped in and told her that wasn't right, asking, "How can you expect someone to eat shrimp shells?" The woman shot back, "Exactly, who eats shrimp shells? I've never heard of such a thing." Originally, since his wife was getting further along in her pregnancy, the man had invited his cousin from the countryside to work as a live-in nanny. But the cousin often teamed up with his mother to make things hard for her. When doing laundry, she deliberately left the clothes unrinsed, causing the woman to have a skin allergy. When confronted, the nanny claimed she was just saving water, and sarcastically said if the woman had money to burn, she could pay her the extra she saved as a bonus. Seeing the nanny bully her, the mother-in-law didn't step in. She just snickered from the sidelines. One night, the woman went downstairs to get some water. As soon as she reached the kitchen, she overheard the two of them inside joking about her. So she deliberately walked over to the couch, turned on the TV, and asked the nanny to peel her an apple. Instead of peeling it, the nanny brought her an apple soaking in water. When the woman reached for a knife to peel it herself, the nanny started lecturing her about the nutrients in apple skin. Finally, the baby was born, a boy. But after coming home from the hospital, when the woman wanted to hold the baby close to get a good look at him, the nanny told the man to hand the baby to his mother instead, claiming it was to let the new mom rest. Listening to the laughter downstairs as they played with her child, the woman called out weakly, saying she hadn't really seen the baby's face yet and wanted to. The nanny replied that her postpartum room was too stuffy, and that the baby would be brought up when it was time to nurse. In the days that followed, the woman was barely allowed near her own child. If she went after them to hold the baby, the mother-in-law would pull her back into the room. Throughout the whole month postpartum, the woman often cried alone in her room. To get the cousin out of the house, the woman suggested sending her to care for her own mother instead. But her mother-in-law snapped back, saying the cousin was hired specifically to look after the grandchild, and that she had no say in the matter. But when the woman brought up the money her in-laws owed her, the mother-in-law was left speechless. Later, her husband came to beg for forgiveness. Seeing that he never once stood up for her, she told him to know his place, or else she'd kick him out of the house along with the rest of them. A week later, the cousin stormed back with her bags, announcing she was heading home to the countryside. She said the woman's mother had fired her for being lazy. Hearing that her mother had stood up for her, the woman smiled and happily said she'd buy her a ticket and give her a proper send-off.